The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
But it's going to be a good one. And so, family, welcome again to another segment of your show with your host, the Afropolitan Apostle. And today, we're going to be having all things Nigerian conversation with an amazing guest that I'm just seeing for the very first time, so that you can't say that I bribed him to see what he's saying in terms of the goodness of Nigeria or the goodness of Africa. He's been a man that has been playing the forefront between Nigerian government of things, and also he runs his own private, foundation, which he'll be telling us about it in a few minutes from now. But in case if you're just watching this very particular show for the very first time, I want to encourage you to please subscribe, because from here moving forward, we're trying to do everything Nigeria, because come 2027, we are bidding for the souls of Nigeria. And so we need to get Nigeria as the think tanks and the people who seems to shape the Nigerian narratives. And one of them is here sitting in front of me. And so we'll be talking to him today. So if you have any question you want to ask us as this very particular show is going, please, you can use the email and the number that is available on your screen. And before you know what is going on, or if you don't want to do that, you can literally just comment on whatever platform that you're currently watching this. Hopefully, it is on the YouTube side of things. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, join me. Welcome my amazing guest. Welcome, Mr. Raymond, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad that you're happy to be here. And I hope the drive wasn't too bad when you get to this.
No, it wasn't. We just had a little bit traffic coming around, but the sun is too much. So people are just trying to rush somewhere.
You say the sun is too much. Where are you from?
I know, but this season of the sun, we just came out from the raining season. Okay. So then the sun was mild and everything. But now, everybody's in Brazil, or people are coming back from Brazil to talk about climate change. So global warming is really happening.
Global warming is happening.
Yes, the sun has never been hotter.
So this is hot.
Yeah.
This is hotter compared to
honestly. Yeah. And I don't want my skin to burn.
That's where they have this thing called. I think women, they have this thing called sunshade.
I don't even know what those ones are, but
all of those things.
I know. I think that's why they have it.
We have women around the studio, so when it's done, you have to pay them to tell you what you need to do.
I think they'll give me the expo.
Yeah, they'll give me the expo, so that you can then be able to use it. But thank you one more time for coming.
Thank you.
And we've seen the good work. When I was doing a bit of a research, not extensive, but I need to put a disclaimer too. A bit of a research, and I've seen some of the things you've done in terms of collaboration and partnership and trying to foster, for lack of a better word, an ease of doing business, and also with the initiative in terms of the child and all of those things. So thank you so much. With that being said, the first question that I want to throw at you. If you were given $100 billion to invest in Nigeria, will you?
Yes, I will.
Which sector are you going to use to do that?
So right now, I'll look at renewable energy and agriculture.
Why that so specific?
Because the current move, and even with the current administration, there's a lot of investment around agriculture and renewable energy. And now when you look at Nigeria's population and the peculiar problems we are still facing as a developing nation, you realize that agriculture is a thriving sector when it comes to the population and to the peculiar nature of the country. I'll give you an example. You look at when it comes to foods like maize, rice. If you are in that business, you'll never go broke. No matter whatever the nature is, you will never go broke. And I tell you firsthand, when you go to the market, there was a time that the inflation for food was very high. But when you look at the food nature now, it has started coming down. The price of bag of rice is coming down. For egg is coming down. Because why? There's a lot of...
I need to ask the women if this is coming down.
Yes, absolutely. No, I went to the market.
Okay.
Honestly, it is coming down. And I have tried chicken business with my dad. So I must tell you firsthand, no matter what you do with agriculture, people must eat. But you must make profit.
I hear you say agriculture and what you call solar energy.
Yes, renewable
energy and all of those things. But let me stay on the agriculture.
Yeah.
The current herdsman crisis that is happening in Nigeria at the moment, do you think that agriculture is still a viable business for anybody to enjoy?
Yes. I will tell you, yes, honestly.
Okay.
Let's come to the headers problem.
Yeah.
It is a problem to deal with farms, and it's a problem to do with grazing the cattle. This is still agricultural sector.
Okay.
Remember. But not all sectors are affected, meaning not all states, not all local governments.
Currently,
not all
close to about 20 states plus that has been affected when it comes to the herdsman crisis.
But people are still eating, right?
Yeah.
So how are they doing it?
Intentional attack on the agricultural sector of Nigeria.
So this is a peculiar problem that I must tell you that the case did not just start now.
Okay.
The headers problem has been a call for space for the cattle to breed, for the cattle to feed.
Okay.
Now there is a clash between the farms and where these cattle are meant to eat from. What is the problem all about? Don't come to my farm and eat my rice. Don't come to my farm and eat my corn. But the headers are saying, where do you want us to take our cattle to? That when you look at the north, the desertification is encroaching. Places like Yobe, you see that the desert is coming in. The lands are dry. Drought is taking up the fresh areas. So they have to move south. And because of this, the minimum space for both the farmers to thrive and for the cattle to thrive is limited. Now there is a clash.
Okay.
So as a government, as civil society, as media, it is...
Because I know you play the government.
Yes.
I'm waiting gradually to get you there.
Yes.
Okay.
So as government, as civil society, as media, it is our job to come to the table, to the drawing map of Nigeria, to the survey of Nigeria to say, okay, is it better to propose cattle ranching or I don't know what they call it, ranching, yes. Or is it better to say, let us designate this particular space and place, maybe in the middle belt for just cattle rearing. So these are the solutions that have to be on the table. But that doesn't mean that because of these headers and farmers clash, farming is not going on.
Okay.
Farming is still going on.
Farming is still going on, but at the expense of what?
Okay, some people are dying, yes. That is true.
You are saying so?
Yes, this is what is happening.
If that farm now become most, people will go back and say they want to farm.
No, look at the thing there. Even those people that are being killed in the farm know that they have to go back to the farm. There might be limited people that are going back to the farm, but they must go back to the farm. Because why? This is their only source of income.
What is the system that is in place to protect them going to the farm?
Okay, so now, the last clash that happened in Benue State, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, came out, and there was something he said that interested me.
I'm listening.
He asked the IGP, how many people has been caught?
Okay.
So what does this mean? It means that even the president in power understands the situation, understands what is going on, and he's not happy about it. He wants to have it in control. He wants to ensure that these farmers are protected. Do you know that the killings of farmers and herders clash has been way back since 2015?
True.
People have still been eating farming. Because of these cases, yes, they are dying, but you cannot say farmers should not go back to the farm. What do? This is when we encourage the states and the local government and the vigilante groups to be more proactive, to drive measures to enable them protect.
Proactiveness that the government, the vigilante group, and all of this that you mentioned.
Yeah.
From your own standpoint, knowing the world that represents your foundation.
Yes.
What is the measure that you think that they have to take to be proactive in dealing with this herdsman crisis?
So now, there is the local vigilante.
Yeah.
What the government can do, one, is provide security and resources.
Okay.
Well, how do you provide those securities? The national security, which is the police, has to be deployed in these hot zones to work with the local vigilantes and the local government authorities.
Okay.
In the local government authorities and local vigilantes, now you come together and say, how do we strategize to work with our neighbors? Because all these people are known. They know where they come from. Okay. But it is when you work together, share intelligence together, that you can be able to catch them and deploy resources. And even the little man that is meant to do their job, don't be reluctant about it. Okay. You have to take it very seriously to make sure that these people are apprehended. And when you look at them being strategic and proactive, you don't, for example, you are sleeping by 2 a.m. and they say fire, or something has happened. You are start thinking, oh, how should I start waking up, baiting? No, that is not being proactive. That is you being lazy over your job. Then when you talk about using technology, how has technology been deployed to apprehend these criminals?
In a country, Nigeria, where even the internet supply is bad, how do you want to use technology?
So it can still be done.
How?
Internet connection is bad, but that doesn't mean...
You see, when you say all of these, I'm relaxed in the sense that because you play on the foundational side of things and also you partner with government.
Yes.
And now, so which means, for lack of a better word, I would say that you sleep on both beds.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you,
You sleep on both beds, so which means there's the humanitarian side of you and also there is the governmental side of you. And obviously, I'm going to try as much as possible to be discreet in this very particular question I want to ask you. You talk about the ranching side of things.
Yes.
And I choose to believe that because you are also representative of a particular cluster within the government side, if you want to provide a ranching system, the question I want to ask you is number one, those cows that are out there on the street, are they government cows or they are private owner cows? I'm going somewhere. I need to check. Are they government cows or private owners?
Yeah, they are private owners.
If they're private owners, so do the government owe the private owners land for them to be able to do ranching? Yes or no?
Yes.
How should they be able to provide land?
So let me explain to you.
Okay.
The primary job of every government is regulation.
Good.
We regulate.
All right.
And when we regulate, we provide the necessary amenities.
Such as?
Land, water, security,
okay,
light.
I hear what you're saying. I don't want to lose this point.
Yeah. Okay.
You run your foundation. Foundation is an arm of the government. I choose to believe from where I come from.
Non-governmental.
Foundation is an arm of the government, which is a non-governmental organization whereby it meets the needs of the direct people.
Yes.
If I'm going to ask you a question right now, the office where you're operating your foundation, is it given to you by the government?
No.
And that's your private business.
Yes.
And yet you want government to give free land, knowing for people who are making profit of the business.
No, there's the things that government will give me.
Which is?
That access to be able to attract donors,
Good.
Which is the legality of my foundation. So government has given me CAC, which is Corporate Affairs Commission.
Did they give you for free?
I had to pay something.
Thank you. We're going somewhere next.
Yes. Then with that CAC, I'm able to open a bank account.
The bank account, the charges there, is it for free?
No, I have to pay something.
The third one.
But there's something you're missing in this conversation.
I'm getting you. I'm going somewhere also.
There is something you're missing, and I want you to understand.
Which is?
Government is the one that controls the land. Government is the one that controls major. Why? Okay. I'm going to throw back the question to you.
We already agreed that.
Why do you pay tax?
My tax in a proper country that is functioning. My tax is supposed to be used for it to be able to meet the need and give me policies and systems.
So what are those needs?
The needs are number one, good road, good infrastructure. I didn't say give me free land. Good road, good infrastructure, the ability for the ease of doing business, the ability to put stakeholders in the country that will be able to know their job, not to embezzle money where you can't even tell me how much is being spent in road construction properly. Okay, let me cut you there. Yes. Let me cut you there. Then let me cut you there. Please continue.
That needs is peculiar to every single sector.
Okay.
So for people grazing, they need the need for land. Now, they're not saying you should give to them free. Nobody told you they want you for free. Those land can be used for them to graze and as well as pay taxes on the products they have.
This grazing business happened. Sorry to
but wait, this is why they opened the livestock ministry.
Okay.
There's a new ministry.
When was
the
that
president? Yes, just maybe beginning of this year.
Farmers, there's a livestock ministry.
Yes. There's a livestock ministry. So why am I saying this?
Why you are here?
Yes.
It is getting interesting.
Yes.
By the time I'm done with you.
No, that is why it is good that we're having this conversation so that Nigerians.
Because I know there's a livestock ministry.
There is a livestock ministry. There's a minister for livestock.
Family, let me put a disclaimer. Family can
Yes.
see this cap. There is a
Yes.
coat of arm there. Mine doesn't have coat of arm. So that's where you know that I'm coming.
No. So let us be honest. These problems are trying to be solved.
Okay. Now this is a common sense conversation.
Yes.
You run a business, which is a cow business. Let's break it down. You run a cow business. I know a lot of people are touchy when it comes to this cow business that is currently happening in Nigeria.
It's a very sensitive,
It's a sensitive topic, but let's call a spade, not an agricultural implement. It's a spade. You run your own business, which is like I asked you at first, you say the cow business is a private owned business.
Yes.
What stops you for example, let me use your statement because I like doing that.
Yeah.
The government allocate land for you, right?
Yes.
Because you talk about land allocation for ranching.
Yes.
The government allocate land for you.
Yes.
What? I wanted to say something, but calm down, Darlington, calm down. What the hell is a cow doing at the airport? Is that a ranching area?
So that is wrong. I will not support that.
What the hell a cow is doing at ShopRite? Are they buying food? What the hell a cow is doing on the road causing traffic? And yet this thing is owned by private individual. And as I'm looking at the camera, some of them are literally sitting in government houses with our tax causing mayhem on the road. And yet you still say the government, if the land is given to them, because I'm going somewhere now, if the land is given to them, does that mean that the cows will remain in that place, or they will still go out and graze, then come back and stay in that place they are staying?
So now this brings me back to what I told you.
I'm listening.
The number one function of the government is what? Regulation, to regulate. There is because of this headers and farmers clash, which is a very wrong thing to, number one, kill your fellow human being. I'm totally against that. But because of that problem, what did the government do? The government adopted a policy to ban open grazing.
Okay.
So now this was something that states started adopting. Why? Because it is peculiar to every state. It depends on what you as a state want your own policy for open grazing should be.
So this policy you're talking about
is currently on.
It's currently on.
Yes.
And it's state dependent.
Yes.
The federal government has nothing to do
Yes. So it's federal government and state kind of movement.
Okay.
So now for you to be seeing those cows
at the airport,
in ShopRite,
trying to buy food.
It means that somebody is overlapping somewhere.
And what is the penalty you think that person should be taking?
So it's the person to wake up and find a solution to that, because people see it as a problem.
Sir, you are a government representative.
I don't work in that sector.
I know you don't work in the sector, but you partner with those people. You run the foundation. Your initiative is also to protect child and stuff. Many of those people who are doing those cattle rearing business, many of them are child.
Yeah, so that's child labor.
Exactly.
That is something government should look into.
What is your own answer to such a problem? That is
so our own answer is doing what we are doing right now.
Which is?
Advocating. You advocate, you call out the right things to be done, and the right things will be done.
That's your camera.
Yes.
What is the right thing you would say, number one, to herdsmen who are refusing to stay within their colony that they've been either bought or be given to?
Yeah.
Number two, the people who use these kids for them to do their ranching business.
Yes.
That's your camera. Talk to them.
Okay. I think everybody should obey the rules and regulations of Nigeria, no matter who you are. I think as a Nigerian, you must obey the constitution of the country. And what does the constitution say? There is no room for child labor under the Child Rights Act. Every single owner of even the cattle, even the farmers, must be careful when they deploy children. As what? As rearers. Because this is seen as child labor. These children following these cows under the sun instead of being in school. That is one. Secondly, we understand the situation of the cattle rearers looking for grazing lands. Yes, looking for grazing lands, looking for for what's it called, greener pastures for their cows. But you must also respect your neighbors' wants and needs. You cannot just walk into people's lands that are for farm and start using it for grazing. No, rather, you have to look for a way that you will find a suitable space, maybe go to the mountains or go to places that you can easily graze without hurting anyone. Then, even as government has to times its actions and be more proactive in making sure the grazing spaces are provided, the ranching system is implemented, the livestock ministry should be more proactive on what it's doing about this herders and farmers clash. So I think as citizens, all we can do is to call out what is right, be our neighbors' watch. Say something, see something, say something. So I think these are the important things I would like to say about this, because this is a very sensitive topic.
And that's why I brought
and yes, this is a very sensitive topic. You should not ignore the other person's want or problems. You might be a farmer and you are so angry and dissatisfied about the cattle rearers or the herdsmen. But these herdsmen on their own side, they are feeling, wronged, or they are feeling like, oh, why shouldn't we rear our cattle? But they should also understand the situations of the farmers. The farmers don't want to plant their crops, and their crops will be eaten up without growing. They will too also go into poverty. So these are two different problems that we all must find a solution for. We must understand each other, understand our human rights to economic activity, human rights to feed, human rights to proper living. When we understand these things, then we can be able to communicate and dialogue a situation and make out a problem out. Every country has a problem.
Okay.
But it's when we come together as one, that is when we can find solution to it.
Finally, family, I forgot that I brought a pro-politician that is an NGO also. So he has actually used my time to do a public campaign. But nonetheless, you said something in your speech to the farmers, guys. And please, I want us to just have, I don't know why we're just staying here, because it's also one of the problems.
Yeah.
And this. And I'm happy that you were traveled.
Yes.
We both traveled. We see in a more developed world, and sometimes I like saying this all the time, that I'm shocked and confused, and also where you will find our leaders will travel out of the country. They go to a country where the cattle, especially the cattle, are not on the airports and stuff. You come back home, and for strange reason, you left your brain at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport or Abuja International Airport. I don't know why. Now, that is one. You said something around the agreement between the herders and the farmers and stuff. My question is this. I do cattle business. I have played in that space before, obviously not in Nigeria.
Yes.
What happens in the country that I represent? Point blank, I have the flag and I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
What happened in the country that I represent is the fact that you have your cattle, you get your land, or let me even borrow your statement, government allocated land there.
Yeah.
It is your business for you as the owner of the farmer to go harvest the things that they are going to eat and bring it to your place there. Not carry the animals and go out there to go and eat people's stuff. If that system works in the place where our government and our leaders and majority of the people, because I didn't say all, majority of the people, you go there to invest, but you're making Nigeria look as if it's a dump from the past. Why don't you deploy that system? Keep your cows. Go out there, because you said something, if the grass are green at the mountain, go to the mountain yourself. Bring the thing, get an ecosystem where the people can go there, get this grass for you, and you feed your stuff, not carry the cows and you go into the market. How come that is not been implemented in Nigeria, everything, and you are well traveled? What do you think is the gap that is bridging the average cattle rearer of understanding that your cow doesn't need to go out? They just need to sit in the place where you have bought, and yet you go there, bring the food and feed them.
Yes. I think it's the thing in between this gap I see is education.
How is your foundation managing that part?
So that is, my foundation is in charge of child protection. And child protection, one of the key components of child protection is education. Why? Because when you have the knowledge, you can be better informed to make the right decisions.
It's like throwing on the chopping block. Is Nigeria well informed? As an
to an
Nigerian,
extent.
are they well informed?
To an extent.
What's the gap?
So these people, let me start from the beginning of why their problem is like this.
Okay.
There is a system that is very wrong. And that is the system that even has the Boko Haram. That system of no education is the worst campaign that any human being can push for. Because those children that are not in school at this particular time, in the next 5 years to come, in the next 10 years to come, those are the nuisance that will be on the streets. They are the thieves. They are the ones that will be looking for everything possible to feed themselves, because they don't have the knowledge to have the idea to even start up a business.
Why is the northern elites not equipping their own people?
So now that is a problem that I cannot fully answer, because it is quite strange.
And those elites are informed, and they are de-informed.
Yes, why? They are properly informed, but you cannot fully say the evil, because I call it evil motive behind it. And when you look at this problems that is happening to us as a nation, we want to solve it desperately. The government wants to solve it desperately. And the government is trying its best to solve it. And like I mentioned to you earlier, the government is not one person. It is three arms. The federal, the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Mm-hmm. This three arm of government has functions to play, and to ensure the system is working. Mm-hmm. You cannot control what the legislative will do, or control what the executive will do, or control what the judiciary will do. But now, the legislative...
As the president, I'm the one who deploy my team for us to be able to achieve a vision.
Yeah, but your team doesn't control the legislative. Your team doesn't control the judiciary. So now, as the legislative, I'm landing somewhere. Okay. As a legislative, there should be mandatory policies and laws that are in place to ensure that in the North, no single child is out of school. Mm-hmm. So what efforts as we citizens petitioned this arm to ensure that it does its job when it comes to the rights and education of every child? Mm-hmm. Now, the judiciary, what are the prosecution modalities in place in holding down the systems that are not working? Children that are hawking in the North, what have you done about it? So this is not just a executive problem. It is concerning every single sector. I don't understand why when I was in Geneva, I cried. Because I couldn't understand why a system can be so developed. It has everything at its disposal and is thriving. But I now came back and to understand one thing. I checked how many years Geneva is. Geneva is older than US. And I realized, okay, Nigeria is 65 years. Yes. Yes, we must understand this.
No, it's okay.
Nigeria is 65 years doesn't mean that we cannot get it right.
Okay, I think I'll pause you on that because we'll take it on the second segment of the show.
Okay.
And the question that I want to throw at you, Nigeria 65 years, because you are the one who went there now. So let's just go there on the second segment. Mm-hmm. Nigeria 65 years. Geneva, obviously older than America, which is over 400 years.
Yes.
Where is the place of looking at the system and structure of every country and also be able to quick to develop? Or you still want to go 400 years of America for you to develop, knowing too well that America already has a system that you can easily copy and paste for you to get there faster, instead of waiting for 400 and complain that 65 is not enough for Nigeria to be better? It's a question that my guest is going to answer on the second segment as we come into the picture. Then after then, on the final segment of the show, we're talking about all things Africa and also to see what his foundation is all about and how you and I can be able to benefit from that foundation. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle. I'll be right back just now.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
All right, family. I'm back again with my guest, Mr. Raymond, who is the founder of TROF. Can you explain it in full?
Yes, TROF.
Yeah.
So that's the Raymond Ofodu Foundation.
Raymond what?
The Raymond Ofodu foundation.
Why the there in it?
It's CAC. You have to ask CAC, but they put yes, so that when you are saying they, so you just start with they. Yes,
okay. This is
they Raymond. Yes,
this any other one is not they.
So this is it. Just like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, this is the Raymond.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. There is no D.
Yes.
There's a finance.
The Raymond Ofodu Foundation. I never put that. They selected it for me. So what can I do?
Talking about leadership.
Yes.
You accepted something.
What can I do? No, I think I like it actually. Because he gave me trough and I like trough.
You like trough?
Yes. So which is
it would have been ROF.
Yes, it would have been ROF, which is but trough makes sense.
Like the trough as
well. Yes.
How has your foundation literally been in terms of its impact thus far and the mandate of it?
Okay, my foundation is actually a baby. We officially registered January.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I've been doing the work, but I officially became a legal entity January. So the foundation it came out from what I've seen across my work. Even when I was the AC to the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, I saw that the core thing that needs to be tapped early before it gets very decayed is the child sector, which is child protection. So that is the principles around my foundation, to focus on child protection and to ensure that we build a safer generation.
Do you think child in Nigeria, because I already was Africa, do you think the child of Nigeria are currently protected?
To an extent not, honestly speaking.
From your standpoint, what is the protection of a child?
So there are many areas when it comes to child protection, but there are three key basic areas of child protection: social protection, educational protection, and what would I call health protection.
Social, educational.
Yes, health protection. So social protection is what we're currently seeing when it comes to child labor, when it comes to child trafficking, when it comes to child abuse, when it comes to online abuse, child porn, all those things. It has to do with child protection on the social angle. So it has to protect the children from the social vices that we see, starting from their community, starting from their family unit, and starting from what they see online. So this is what we are pushing for as TROF, to ensure that every child is protected in their community. Every community should understand what child protection is all about. You don't see a child in a small community giving the child hard drugs, all those things, or allowing the child to be in a bar. What is the child going to bar to do, to even go for errands? You don't do that as a parent. In your television, what are the parental control keys that you are using? Make sure that you are using your parental control. Make sure that the child are not accessing all channels. If they must have a phone, what are the level of parental control in their phones? How are you checking their browsing? How are you checking? Because a child is from 0 to 18 years. So not because your child is in SS1 and your child is 16 years.
Child is from 0
to 18 years. Yes. So you become an adult from 18 and above. You become a youth. Not even an adult, a youth. So from
18 to when the youth come to an end?
35. 35. So if you are below 35, you are still a youth, my brother. You are still a pure youth. Yes. So youth.
I'm laughing because I'm like, okay, now I know where all of you belong.
Yes. So youth. So from 18 to 35, you are still seen as a youth.
So if 18 to 35 is a youth, so where is young adult? What age is young adult?
So that's between that 18 to 35.
So which is youth and young adult?
Yes.
18 to 35.
Yes, because you are now a legal entity. From 18, you become legal entity, meaning you are now an adult.
18 legal entity or 21?
Yeah, no, 18. 18 is Nigeria's legal entity because you can start voting from 18. So 18 is Nigeria's legal entity. That is when you become a young adult. So your young adults keep moving to your 35, then you become a full-blown one.
Or there's still an adult yet.
From there, so then from 35 to around 60, you become a senior citizen.
From 35 to 60?
No, from 35 to 60, you are still an adult, but from 60 upwards, senior citizen.
Then when did you become an ancestor?
when you die. So when you go and meet your ancestors, they become an ancestor.
So there's no living ancestors.
Exactly.
So
So
that's a good
So
one.
that's what our foundation is all about: child protection, both educational, social, and health.
Does your foundation literally offer some sort of support? Let's, for example, I'll put a picture. You pick a child who has been abused by the parent. The environment of the parent literally doesn't, for lack of a better word, is not conducive for the child to literally be there. Do your foundation offer what kind of support will your foundation offer to that kind of scenario? Knowing too that this child, which is a primary responsibility of your foundation to meet, what support will you be able to throw at that very particular moment? Understanding also that the child staying in that environment may also be too detrimental for the child to still continue staying there.
Yeah, so number one thing we do is legal access to justice.
Legal access to justice.
Yes. No, access to justice. Remove the legal. Okay. Yes. So access to justice is number one key solution to every single problem of abuse, because those involved must be comprehended, must apprehended, they must face legal justice. They must pay for the crimes they have committed. When we have sorted that out, when we have access to justice for the child, then the child will be included into the system of protection, where number one, if the child has to, for example, go to foster care or not be with the parents again, if the two parents, let's say, for example, the child is being abused by the father has access to, like, faces justice, the child remains with the mother, and which will give a more better room for the child to grow. And the system, when one thing about access to justice is when the abuser faces justice, the system now watches the abuser. So even if you are out of that you are now registered under the crime unit. So you will keep on being monitored because you're a convicted felon. So that means there is a watch on you, and the protection of that child becomes a very big priority. Even my former boss, Barrister Ju Kennedy, is currently working on a case of a 5-year-old child that was defiled. So she's still following it on, because only when that child gets justice that can every other thing work.
The legal justice system in Nigeria seems to work like a snail, and it's as fast as that is.
This is.
Because your foundation, literally, you would have met a lot of that.
Yes.
So, why is it legal justice?
There is a lot of, I must tell you, is a lot of problems when it comes to access to justice. Because number one, there is even the problem of the congestion of prisons. That has not even, we have not even entered that. Yes.
Do we have prison or we have correctional services in Nigeria?
Correctional service. You can call them correctional service. You can call them prison.
How come when the people go into prison, they come out, they go more mad? Welcome to my show. That's why it's coming from.
I know.
I'm not prepared, but it's okay.
Oh, God. But, this is actually something we're trying to push, where we understand that the population might be a problem for the system, for the justice system, but we have said and beckoned on the system to have a decentralized justice system. That was why we're pushing for mobile courts, so that mobile courts can handle cases that are less. They leave these criminal cases for the high courts, the state courts, the magistrate courts to handle. And we must find a way to.
The highest court in Nigeria?
That's Supreme Court.
Okay.
Supreme Court, yes. So these courts, I think, making it more decentralized, making more units like the small claims court, the mobile courts, all these courts, let them be more proactive. Then more cases can be solved.
Now it's watching you, and there is an abuse within that family structure, or probably an abuse in the community. Is there a way that the people can be able to reach out to your foundation and say there is XYZ that is happening currently and we need your support?
Yes, they can reach out, but I will advise the first line of action for them is to immediately report to the police.
What if the police is slow?
Yes.
We're talking about Nigeria.
Yes, report to your state commissioners of women affairs.
State commissioner.
Yes, they are the ones mandated to handle the cases of this abuse. Then if they are not going through, then you can check us on social media, which is the Raymond Ofodu Foundation. We're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. You can DM us, tell us your problems, then we can escalate to the federal and also to the police units that we have their contact.
You guys have a number that they can reach out to?
Oh, yes. They have a number, 081 06 275172.
Please say the number again.
081 06 275172. So they can give us a call as well.
You have traveled.
Yeah.
I hear you mention Geneva.
Yeah.
I hear you talk about the system of that very particular country, well developed and all of that. Now this is me going back to my question that I asked. I know you thought I forgot it.
I know.
That's how I do my show. I'll let you come down. So that's so by the time we climb on this one again, we are going on that altitude. I think funny enough, I think all these flight people, you people should come down. There's something you guys like saying in the plane I don't like. Now I'm not saying that you people should not, but please, don't be telling me that I am 7,800, whatever, above sea level. Did I tell you I want to go to heaven? Just fly the plane. That information.
Don't tell me where I am.
Don't tell me what above, whatever. Just tell me we are flying. Yeah. I entered the plane. I think there was a flight I took. I don't want to mention your name because I like you guys more.
Yeah.
And the lady was just being nice. I was like, we are taking an altitude of about 1,000. I said, where are we going? I didn't know when I got in the plane.
I was going.
I said, not land. What are you doing above sea level? First and foremost, was 5,000. You're not telling me 2,005. Go where? This means I find myself that I'm in Mars.
I want to take you as high as you can.
We are just flying. Leave that. See that information? I'm begging you now, as the Afropolitan ambassador for the Africans in diaspora, leave that line. That's above whatever. Just tell us we are.
We are here.
With that being said, my question I asked you on the first segment is this. Nigeria 65. I have heard this narrative that you have said. So it's not just you, just the fact that you provoked me in bringing back that question. Well, Nigeria, we are just 65 years old, and there are other countries that are 400. You've just mentioned Geneva, the system is working and co. We have all of this country as a prototype for you to literally look, and I'm using it as a point of contact to government, that we can literally look at a system that works, which means we don't need to make the mistake that they have made to get to that very particular point. How come Nigeria is very fast to bring the fact that we're 65 years, but very slow to take the innovative product that is in those very particular country and deploy it into Nigerian system?
Okay, so thank you. So I would say Nigeria is a work in progress.
At 65, sir?
Yes. Do you know why? Because we have different leaders at different stages, and the highest the leader can stay is 8 years. So Nigeria is a work in progress in the sense that the current administrations have launched a lot of reforms. And the reforms that the current administration has launched is to reposition Nigeria, reshape Nigeria to meet these global standards, to meet the way this global nature, this Western worlds are. I will start from the beginning of the times of Tafawa Balewa. Okay. The things then were just to build Nigeria. The focus then was to build Nigeria, to construct roads, build offices, then moved to Shagari, moved to Obasanjo. Obasanjo brought what? The internet. So imagine internet coming in 2000. Do you see we're in 2025? 25 years ago was just when Nigeria came to the internet, while people have started videography before them. So this is trying to tell you that.
So Nigeria, we respond late.
Yes.
We are
Africa. Not just Nigeria.
No, let's just say Nigeria. If you say Africa, like South Africa, let's not go there.
Yes. No, South Africa, it has a peculiar case.
Which is?
South Africa is two. There are two sectors in South Africa. You have the white, you have the black. And the white stayed there, remained there.
Why did the whites in Nigeria left? Who colonized her? Was this black?
No, it was white, but it was not the same like South Africa.
Why do they left?
They are white South Africans.
See, you're telling me country that I know.
That is a country, literally. So you will not compare when this is... And South Africa... doing the apartheid regime and doing development in South Africa started right from its colonialism.
So which means our colonial guys, they were not developing Nigeria. Is that what you're saying?
It's also a part of it. Because when you look at even the train stations that were built then, it was not to make economic progress. It's to take out, to gather the resources and take it out. So these are the things that you look at. And when you look at the problem of the amalgamation, when you look at even the secession problems, these are the things that you look at that, okay, Nigeria is progressing. We are one country. We're trying to get somewhere. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take discipline.
I'm laughing. When it comes to Nigeria, your voice went down.
Yes, because
this is how the voice come back again.
This is a very passionate topic for me, because we don't have any other country.
Exactly.
You have another country. Don't say exactly.
I don't have another country.
But me, this is my only country, and I love Nigeria so much. Okay. And I want Nigeria to work for everyone. And the only way we can work for everyone is for us to keep being consistent in the reforms.
I like doing this to my guests.
Yes.
And I will do it to you. And it's very easy. Imagine they give you have 4 years.
Yes.
Most time, always two-time nonsense that you do in Nigeria. Sometimes it makes them become lazy. That's my opinion. Because you have 4 years and you need to get out, you create a legacy immediately and put the system and you bounce and stuff. You run a foundation, which is Troy. You wake up one morning and will find out that Raymond
Ofodu Foundation.
Foundation. You are the person.
Yeah.
You are now the president of the country.
Yes.
Having the knowledge of what you know right now, what are the 3 things you're going to do?
Okay. Number 1 is change the entire system. Restructure the system.
What is system to you?
That is the operating mechanism whereby people at the grassroots are affected and trickle down. So I will review the current system and see, is it working for the people? So it is in that system that you start talking about open grazing. It is in that system that you start talking about the judicial system. It is in that system you start talking about the legislative. It is in that system you start talking about the civil service. In that system, I will review and check.
This is, I think I need you to be practical with me.
Yeah.
One of the things I've come to learn with an average Nigerian is that you people dodge, and I'll make peace. People are politicians. Now, that's the thing. You talk about system, and my question there is, you are the president of the country.
Yes.
You correct now with your foundation. Let me use your foundation as an example. You know the problems.
Yes.
And that's why you decided to go into that space.
Yes. Yes.
Now, as a president, you know, not the fact that you want to review. You have seen the problem.
Yes.
For example, at the moment now, big one, electoral reform. It's needed.
Yes.
Whereby
that's
you guys,
the system.
Can allow us, please, let me use how to talk to the minister of, is it minister of electoral reform already?
No, INEC chairman.
INEC chairman, please, I just go beg you now. Let me speak broken so that thing can go inside. Because you think I don't hear broken, I hear broken. See, I just go beg you. Please, the generation we would do now, will they use 4-day vote? Our Facebook, if you go there, see somebody post, you go press like. And even Mark Zuckerberg will know, say, I like that thing. If you come back 20 years, that like they there. Can you guys digitalize our voting system? And please, on that day when you digitalize it, don't now say there's no network. Because you guys can be very fast and say there's no network. And so because of that, we can't vote. Because I'm trying to understand why Facebook, we will go use Facebook on the day of voting. It is working. We want to vote using that demonic machine that was formed against
Beavers.
Beavers is a demonic machine formed against Nigeria. That's a weapon of mass destruction that you guys created. Can we go back to the thing? And let's 2026, don't go and bring it a month before election to say what? Let's test it January 1st. Let's start testing whatever digital you want to do. Because all these weapons formed against us, not going to work. Some of us were ready now. Like, Baba, I have no problem. He said he's very passionate about Nigeria. I've joined him. He's going to be in front. I'll be at the back. Not by his side.
We must make it work.
We must make it work. So now, back to the question I was asking.
Yeah.
System reforms you want to say. You're the president. You know what is the 3 problem. And I'm asking you, what would that be? Not you are going to check. Maybe this talk will just say, that's what your guys are doing. They get there and they now check.
Do you know the problem?
Now you are coming.
Yes.
Tell us the problem.
There are many problems. That's the problem. The problem is not 1. It is not 2. It is not 3. It is not 4.
Let's focus on you now.
Yes.
You are Troy.
Yes.
The president of the nation, the same way the president of your foundation.
Yes.
You talk about system. And this thing is not about you are going to review. You know. What do you know? What do you change? 3, you just mentioned 1 system. What is the remaining 1? Now, don't tell me you want to check it.
Okay. So, the system 1. The second one is security.
Okay. What will you do in that space?
So now, for security, it is a very vital issue for the country. I, as a president, if I was a president, will ensure that day and night, the resources Everything.
You sounded like vendor.
I will make sure. Let me use make sure because I don't know who vendor is. I will make sure that day and night the security system is working.
Okay.
And when I talk about working, I'm talking about the digital system is working for the security purposes.
Okay.
Deploying technology for security safety, deploying manpower, deploying equipment, constantly monitoring what happened to the camera for streets, for villages. Villages are not too local to have cameras. So these are the things that I will look at.
So system security.
The third one is now social welfare of the people, taking the people out of poverty, the economic situation of the country.
How do you intend to deploy that?
So now we have a very serious peculiar case of unemployment.
True.
How do you take youths to start working? By ensuring that they are fixed in the systems that are even new and even the old systems, creating jobs. What are the opportunities to create jobs in the renewable system, in the technology system, in the agricultural system, in the production system? How do we start producing? We need to be a manufacturing country, not a consumer country.
With that being said, at least you just helped me get to my next question.
Yes.
I'm going to read it. From your perspective as a diplomat and also a reform leader,
yes,
what is the single biggest structural reform Nigeria needs today to unlock functional, competitive ecosystem over the next decades? That's a question that my guest is going to answer on the final segment. And at the same time, also, we're going to be looking into the Africa of things. Is Africa still a continent that has a lot of opportunity, or is a continent that is still joking? And the leaders currently now ruling Africa, do we believe that the African Union of things will ever get to the point where Africa become a borderless continent? Another continent that its border is open to the West, and to us in the continent, we're literally still put on a landlock, begging for survival. And the question also that is going to answer on this segment is the fact that how come flights from Nigeria to UK is cheaper than from Nigeria to South Africa or to Ghana or even to Cameroon? It's a problem that we need to discuss. It's a government representative stroke the foundation owner who has traveled far and wide. We'll be right back just now.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
Family, we're back on the final segment on the show with my amiable guest, who we have been, having a heated conversations about the Nigeria of things. And I think the reason why the conversation is going this way, so that for those of you who are outside of Nigeria, I've gotten a lot of emails and inboxes on every place to say Nigeria is sleeping. Nigeria is not representing its narrative properly. We are a shadow of the past, and we have no present future that can literally navigate. Nigeria has been seen as a giant of Africa in terms of people's narrative, but what are we gianting? In terms of the reforms that are currently playing in Nigeria, you and I know too well that when we carry that and literally even try to check with it, Angola, South Africa, Morocco, we don't match. Some certain things that Nigerians are currently going through, it is not needed at this time of a 65-years-old baby. I don't know why I even call it baby, because it's supposed to be a man, but clearly a baby. Because like he said, literally at 65, literally now you're even a veteran. That's the one.
Yeah, senior citizen.
Senior citizen, senior citizen for nonsense. I said so, not him. So that I need to protect his investment. Come. The problem. The question I asked as we go on break was the whole concept around your perspective as a diplomat and also as a reform leader. What is the single biggest structural reform Nigeria needs today to unlock functionality, number one, competitive ecosystem in the next decades from now?
Okay, number one, I must correct you. Nigeria is still the giant of Africa. Yes. I will tell you comfortably well that Nigeria is one of the...
Sit down and tell me comfortably because you would defend that statement.
Yes. Nigeria is one of the highest donors to African Union, to ECOWAS, and even to some of the regional projects going on around the continent. Nigeria, yes.
Nigeria, you just said that too.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these nations can fly into Nigeria visa-free? Welcome
that
to the
is
show. Continue.
that is a case that we will explore later. But Nigeria,
You guys like exploring case later.
No.
Doesn't come. That's the problem.
we're going to explore it later. But I must tell you that Nigeria has a long way to go. Yes, but that doesn't mean that we're not one of the largest economies in Africa, and it doesn't mean that we're not progressing towards a better nation. Now, you asked the question on. Please, can you repeat your question?
Question is this again.
Yes.
Nigeria currently now, what is the biggest structural reform that it needs today to unlock two things: functionality and a competitive ecosystem?
Yes. So the biggest reform is the economic reform.
Okay.
Which should reposition Nigeria from oil-focused nation to non-oil focused nation. So when you come to the oil-focused nation, that is the biggest pride of Nigeria. We export oil. Yes. But there is need to export other things that we might have in our disposal.
Such as?
Gold.
And how come we're not going there?
We are started going there.
How many years?
No, don't worry. It was just discovered. Yes. It was just discovered. So don't worry.
So what does it haven't been discovered? Because clearly
many things. Many things.
I'm not a politician. I don't like this. I don't like this stuff.
It was just discovered.
Somebody once sat at your seat there. I don't want to mention the person's name, but it's there on the podcast. It says the oil of Nigeria belongs to Nigeria, but the gold and the other resources belongs to the north. So which means it's been there. Welcome.
I will say the extracting of it is just recent. Not so recent. Years, yes. But it has not been it's not as old as the oil.
Don't you think there's this kind of conversation that you're having with me? That's what you guys have behind the scene. And yet Nigeria is really this slow.
No.
Yes.
But let me tell you,
okay,
we're getting somewhere, don't forget. So as you asked me a question for the
economic.
Yes, economic restructuring.
Yeah.
Nigeria has to position itself in a way to be the giant of manufacturing for Africa. Because we have come up with the AfCFTA, which is the African Continental Free Trade Area. Nigeria has a good opportunity to tap into the 1.5 billion market of Africa. We already have the market as a country of 250 million people. When we start producing what we need, it is going to be one of the best things that will happen to us. It will solve employment. It will solve currency disparities that we have in the market. It will solve a lot of even insecurity problems.
Can I send you a message to your financial sector? We'll meet them tomorrow. We'll meet them on Monday. Please let them understand that this is Nigeria. We spend Naira. We should stop allowing Naira to sleep with 3 women every day. Pounds, euro, and dollars. An average account in Nigeria literally have access to that. And yet you think that Naira would be able to come out of the madness that is currently going.
It's true. The president has made a very bold move.
To cancel those currency, or the currency still stays?
No. The currency must stay because it's what?
You just said to me you've traveled.
Yes.
Geneva. Do Geneva spend 3 different currencies in their country?
No. Here in Nigeria, you spend only Naira now.
Yeah, but your banking system, I choose to believe that you have accounts outside of Nigeria. You don't need to mention the country, which is fine for protection. When you were opening accounts in that very particular country, did they give you access to pounds, euro, and dollars, regardless of the country called private currency?
Okay. Now I understand what you're trying to say.
Thank you.
But that doesn't affect the devaluation of Naira. Now, you know why?
If you want to buy something, I like this talk.
Yes.
Chief, I play here.
Okay.
You want to buy something currently now outside. The Naira, even the MasterCard in which we use and stuff, have to go to bed with the Queen of England.
Okay.
Because of the MasterCard system and stuff. Pass through all of that very particular process, come back to Nigeria, which it has lost its value, number one. You can't buy anything in Africa at the moment using Naira to buy something with Rand. It has to still go again to the United States of America.
That problem has been solved.
So I can buy something with Naira and send it to South Africa for Rand.
Yes. It's called PAPS.
When did you guys do that too?
Go to your bank. Which bank do you use?
I use Access Bank.
Yes, Access Bank.
I have a lot of banks.
I think Access Bank has adopted the PAPS. So it's called the Pan-African Payment System.
PAPS.
Yes. So after this, you can Google
it today.
Yes.
Government people.
Yes. These are the problems. I'm telling you, we're in progress. So PAPS is a new system that was launched alongside the AFCTA. It's called a Pan-African Payment System because people realize that, you must get dollars for you to even buy something in Mozambique or for you to buy something in Malawi. Why should we continue like that? It is wrong. So PAPS came up to say, okay, let us eliminate these foreign currencies and focus on the African currency to currency. As we're sitting here, you can comfortably send money in Naira to buy something in Nairobi and you pay in Kenyan shillings comfortably well. Nothing will be charged from you.
You know, when you say that, the thing that is on my head, because I play on the financial side also, where does that Naira go to?
Yeah.
To get converted before it gets to Kenyan shillings.
Yeah, that is the PAPS. That is what the PAPS is for.
You want to tell me that the system behind it has nothing to do with dollars, pounds,
No. It's a full African. You can Google about it right now.
Every PAPSist, we need to talk.
You must talk.
These
are the reasons why the media is important.
And that's why for me, we are here to do this, because I'm sick and tired and sick.
Yeah, so we're trying
Nigeria
to
constantly talking about things that are not relevant, and what is relevant, we keep quiet.
Yes, so
I'm just hearing PAPS for the first time, and I'm going to say that to you.
Yeah, a lot of Nigerians don't know about it. In fact, a lot of Nigerians don't know about the opportunities and the work that is going on in the background. A lot of work is being done, but because negativity rules the internet.
Who is the brand personality for Nigeria?
Brand?
South Africa call it Brand SA, which is Brand South Africa. Who's the brand person? A government organization or a private public organization that literally do a brand damage control for Nigeria. Do we have one in this country?
Okay, so no. It is across all sectors. Do you know why?
Why?
We have Nigerians, Foreign Affairs Ministry.
Foreign Affairs is different. The same way we have Foreign Affairs in South Africa and stuff. What I'm talking about is the brand identity of who promotes Nigeria from the government side.
So Nigeria has agencies for that. So it depends on which sector.
You still deploy it again?
No, it depends on the sector. You know why? Because of the way the country is. It depends on the sector. If you want to
talk about the country, because the country is sick.
No, it's that we're trying to say like how we're
trying to be honest. Now I hear what you're saying.
Yes, we're trying to talk about how we're progressing. We are really progressing. So depends on the sector you're looking at.
Am I permitted to ask you which political party do you belong to?
No, you're not permitted to ask me. But I will not answer that yet. I have to finish what I'm saying about the brand identity. It is the responsibility of brand identities for all sectors. Tourism is doing itself, but the mandatory ministry for that is Ministry of Information.
Okay.
And National Orientation.
Okay.
So that is the ministry that projects a good brand of Nigeria, which they are doing a wonderful job. When I listened to their new broadcast on As Nigeria Happened to You, so it's a kind of a positive way to talk about the NELE Fund, which is the student loan that is currently ongoing, and some other good, amazing initiative that's going on. Just because negativities are coming in, it looks like the work of the reform is not being done. But it's going on, and it must be achieved. Yes.
All right. Africa of Things, because this is my final segment and my time is really running fast. I can see the team, they are looking at me that way there. Do you think that the current leader we have sitting in Nigeria, I'm using this name, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a pointer to all of the 54 African leaders. Currently, there is a G20 going on in South Africa. Yeah. It's quite interesting. There's a G20 happening in South Africa, but yet I don't understand what's going on here. It's hard for us to find a G54 happening for Africa. And yet we still wonder if any, it's quite crazy. And please, leaders, hear me. Nigerian leaders, I'm begging you. We are Nigerians. One of the things they know us is smartness. Can our smartness be converted to something that is progressive? I don't understand how African conversations will literally be done in China, America, US, and all of these very particular countries, and never hosted in our own continent for our own problems to be solved. I don't understand. Somebody watching me somewhere, please explain to me, because I'm running mad. To be very honest, with that being said, 54 leaders. Do you think that the current leaders that we have, from your own standpoint as also a leader and a Pan-Africanist, that these guys can be able to give in Nigeria a borderless Africa? Is that possible?
Yes. And it's the movement is on.
such as that your years was deep.
Yes.
And you are going to go deeper.
Yes, because I connect with the African Union a lot.
Okay.
So the conversation is on for a borderless Africa.
Conversation.
Yes. Not that it's just entirely conversation. We are now, the export of goods is already on, which is borderless goods, where goods can move without tariff, and it is on and has been launched.
How many people is using that platform?
Yeah, my auntie is a testimony to it. Leluk Bags. She exports to Kenya free of tariff. She has a shop in Kenya. So these are the things that are happening that you might...
Somebody like you is privileged in the system.
Yeah. No, she's not privileged in the system. She's not privileged in the system.
I'm talking about you are privileged in the system to give that information to somebody down there.
Yes.
So...
Yes, because I know
who is not privileged.
Google it, you'll be privileged. Use your Google, you will see it and be privileged. Now, borderless Africa can be achieved.
Okay.
Because Africa is a continent connected by land. Now, all we need to do is to put into the talks to action. What do I mean? We need to ratify the agreements. Under the AFCTA protocol, there's a protocol for movement.
Yeah.
So now, countries must ratify and ensure that they remove, like Rwanda is doing it. I just traveled to Rwanda last 2 weeks. No single visa.
I hear you.
I entered and I was happy. The only thing that we need to do is one, connect the movement. Let there be a seamless movement.
You know why I'm smiling?
Train, flight.
You are happy about Rwanda entry.
Yes.
Can Rwanda enter Nigeria free visa? That's a shame on us as Nigerians.
We are working on it.
I'm saying that to even to the Foreign Affairs and whoever is the Minister of Interior. It's a shame. You just see his smile going to Rwanda. And what is the smile for Rwanda coming to Nigeria?
We're working on it.
Yes, we are the giant of Africa. 65.
Don't worry.
That was a country that came out from the Hutus and Tutsis crisis, and they were progressive in their thinking fast. Imagine if Rwanda is looking and saying, no, Nigeria is 65 that they are here. Let's also still wait. I'm going back to what we said before about Rwanda literally was just a child around the corner. Kenya, literally, they are also pushing. South Africa has come up with a free visa policies that literally you don't need to appear by just applying for e-visa. You go, how many can do that to Nigeria? It's a question that you don't need to answer. I need the Foreign Affairs Commission and also the Ministry of Interior to at least explain that deeply. With that being said, how can people find you in terms of partnering and collaborations with your foundation and also doing business with you?
Okay. Our social medias are there. They can look for us via our social media on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter as well, and even my personal pages. You can look for Ifeanyi Ofodu or Raymond Ofodu on Instagram.
Not true personality.
No, it's the same. It's the same. Even on LinkedIn.
Are you twin?
No, it's the same.
That's Ifeanyi and that is Raymond.
Yes. So Ifeanyi is my first name.
Okay.
That's my Igbo name. So then we have...
Oh, Raymond Ifeanyi.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the full name is Ifeanyi Ofodu Raymond.
So you're Igbo by tribe?
Yes, I'm Igbo by tribe.
What do you want to say about the Nnamdi Kanu issues?
We'll leave that for another day. Yes. We'll leave that for another day because the topic is very long.
Topic is very long.
Very,
so if I
very
invite you
long.
for another day for Nnamdi Kanu issue, you will.
I'll think about it. I'll absolutely think
So you're not
about
coming
it.
in direction.
I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it.
Do you think that we have regional divide in Nigeria at the moment, or Nigeria, we're still one nation?
We're one nation to me. Because why?
Why?
There are people from every tribe in the federal system. Right?
Okay.
The federal system doesn't belong to any single tribe. It is for all. And it's for the smartest. The only
Also,
thing,
the system is for the smartest.
yes,
Thank you.
you must be smart to work for the government.
Okay.
You must show what you can do.
Okay.
So let us not keep dwelling on the sentiment of region. But what we
But
can
is it
do
obvious
is,
that there is a sentiment of region in Nigeria?
for this current administration, I will say no. Because development is cutting across all regions. Appointment is cutting across all regions. Everyone is benefiting when you are involved. All we need to do is find the right avenue for you to plug in. Find the right value that you can bring to the table, and you'll be involved. When you even go to the Southeast, to be funny enough, Southeast is enjoying the best from the federal location. Federal allocation is not doing sentiment on region. If not, they will not give giving money to those people that you feel that are being sentiment. Crimes is happening everywhere. So crime is not peculiar to any particular region. So let us be honest with ourselves. They're giving money to everybody equally. Money is being reached to you according to what you generate. Insecurity is not even to the spaces that people that they think owns the country are even facing the insecurity more than the people that are in the minority.
Nigeria currently now is struggling with a what you call trust deficit between government and its people. How do you think we can bridge that gap?
Communication.
And who is to do that?
Ministry of Information. Us,
Ministry
media.
of Information. I just got beg now. I'm gonna come out talk because
Ministry of
he has
Information
directed a lot of things to you guys.
Yes, Ministry of
And so you need
Information.
to facilitate Ministry of Information
Yes,
to come this
they are
place.
doing their best. The minister.
I need to sit with one of the representatives.
Yes,
here. And
they are doing their
since you
best.
don't want to come from Nnamdi Kanu's conversation, so you would help me direct them to come here.
Yes,
and I'll
they
hold
will
you
come.
accountable for it.
They will come. They have been everywhere. The minister has been everywhere. The minister came out and commented on the issues currently going on. So Ministry of Information is trying to create a new environment for Nigerians to thrive. NOA is trying to reorient Nigerians.
And please, I don't know what NOA.
That's the Nigerian Orientation Agency.
Nigeria Orientation.
Yes.
So
Yes, NOA, National Orientation Agency. So NOA is in charge of reorienting Nigerians on the right principles of Nigeria as a culture and as a religion, as a country. And NOA doesn't come and say that this tribe is bad or this tribe is not bad. No, it brings unity. We should understand and keep promoting one Nigeria. And the most important thing as well that we need to note is no country is perfect. We have our shortfalls, but let us not swallow in our shortfalls. Let us look for the progressive side, come together as one, and look for a brighter future for the younger generation. If we keep blaming each other, we'll go nowhere.
Where do we draw the line between blaming and accountability?
So where we draw the line is when you see things that are out of control by not the people there, but by the circumstances of life.
So do you think that Nigeria now is not out of control?
No. The president is controlling it. And things will still start falling in place. For the president to send the vice president to KB State, that is an effort. That is well laudable. The president has deployed our security forces in Kwara. Currently now they are in Niger. These issues will be solved. It's work in progress.
I want to throw this final question to you, and it's because it's part of the things you do, which is youth mobilization and also national direction. Having what you call mobilized youth across Africa, how do you interpret the mindset of Nigeria Gen Zs and millennials today? Are they ready to take responsibility for national building, or we are losing them very fast?
No, they're already taking responsibility for national building.
E.g.,
youths, I'll start from the NSAS protest. It's led by the Gen Zs. This is to tell you that youths are aware.
What is something about quiet that you guys killed?
No,
that
to
you
be honest,
shut down their voice.
No, youth's voice can never be shut down because the social media is active.
When you and I know too well that they are not, social media is just like, and this, you would think that the elite of Nigeria care about what people post on social media.
Yes, especially the president. You see the president?
Yeah, number one. Sir,
the president.
I'm just hailing you.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cares about what you post on social media. He watches and he acts when he watches. He doesn't keep quiet. Let me tell you, compare this administration to the former administration.
Under APC.
Yes.
Are they not 10 and 10 pence?
These are different people.
But the same party.
Party is...
What's the ideology?
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Party is different from being the same people. The former administration will hardly listen to whatever you are saying. Yeah, you are talking about killing. The president will still travel for the former administration. But in this administration, the president cancelled the G20 trip, cancelled the AU-EU trip that is very vital to Nigeria's diplomatic position.
He could have sent somebody there. It's as simple as that.
No, he cancelled it to show solidarity. That means he's listening. Let me tell you, it might not be his fault that these are happening. But the fact that he's showing concern, let us give him a plus on that. Then let me come to the issue of what the Gen Zs.
Are they listening? Yeah.
They are listening. Gen Zs are active. Gen Zs are ready. All we need to provide for the Gen Z is the right tool to thrive. Gen Zs are very innovative. They are currently part of the working economy. Go to content creation. Gen Zs are the ones ruling the content space.
What are they creating? That is driving economic inclusivity and driving economic empowerment.
They are bringing a lot of FDI to the country.
Such as?
I'll give you an example. Pella. He's making a lot of money. People are paying him through TikTok. TikTok is thriving and TikTok is paying tax.
I'm sorry, TikTok. I'm happy you say TikTok. Is TikTok a Nigeria or African-owned product, or it's a Western system?
Yeah.
That
we're using the product.
That thing is not producing anything for Nigeria. It's just a platform for emanation of information.
No, let me tell you something. There's something you are missing wrong.
I choose to be educated.
Yes.
I'm listening.
TikTok is a platform that we're making use of to make money. That money that he's making, he's buying car, he's buying house. The money somehow comes back to the economy. He pays tax. It comes back to the economy. Look at the social influencers. Do you think
the economy of Nigeria is better?
Yes.
Pella would have been using TikTok as a leverage for him to be able to survive.
Yes, he can. Because people in the US are using TikTok to survive. They're using it to sell their businesses. In South Africa, the same thing. In the Western world, it's the same thing.
Don't you think it's because the Africa of things have not been able to put a proper systems and structure?
No.
Let's even be honest. We talk about TikTok and all of these things.
Yes.
They are Western owned. Yeah. Tell me what Africa owns that is online, that is owned by us.
Flutterwave.
That has been purchased. Even the founder of the company literally now is a Jobberman founder.
Yes.
But that very particular business has moved from owned by an African to the West controlling it.
Because he chose to sell doesn't mean that he did not.
Don't you think that the system...
Nigeria has one of the 5 unicorns. So now, do you know why I'm saying this?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that we cannot do it. We can do it.
But how come our businesses are leaving our hand and going to the hand of the West?
That is a personal thing for the businesses. I don't know why they're doing that. And I don't encourage you to do that. Develop your country. Nigerians are also the problem. Because instead of you developing your country, you prefer the dollars, you prefer the pounds, you prefer the euros. Stay in your country, retain your investment in the country. Good reforms are available for you to thrive. Make money from your country and give back to the country. Pay your tax.
Final talk you're going to do. That's on that same question. That same talk you just said.
Yes.
Direct it, please, to the leaders of Nigeria who are buying houses outside of the country, taking our tax money and going to that side and spend the money. That's your final.
I think everybody has to do their best and their part to make the country a better place. Be you the leader, be you a citizen. Please let us invest in Nigeria. Let us make Nigeria great. Let us keep developing and employing the citizens of Nigeria. Foreign countries employ the citizens of Nigeria. Keep investing in the country. We have better reforms for you to thrive. Leaders, come back home. Invest. The country is good enough for us to invest. We're trying to be stable. We're trying to be very productive. One, together we can. Let's not forget that. No matter what the situation might be, we can make Nigeria a better place. Nigeria is our home.
And finally, family, that's how we come to the end of this very particular episode 1. Hopefully, it's going to come on my second segment of this because now he has seen the other side of me, and I'm thinking if that is going to happen. But nonetheless, family, this is an interesting conversation with my very good friend. I said to him behind the scene, and I'm going to say it on the mic, he's a person that I've come to like. And thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
When I invite you on the second side, on the economic side, not
I will think about it.
Not Nnamdi Kanu, but economic side.
Economic side.
I choose to believe that you are going to pop in and come.
Absolutely. I will try my best.
For more information, you can find us on all our social media platforms as the AfriOne Show. And in case if you want to check us out, you can visit AfriOne.Africa. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle. Bye for now. And God bless you. Elevate, 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 elevate. Let's have the sound of the new tribe. AfriOne for Africa.